Thank you. Today we'll do magic in the kitchen. If you love bubbly and fizzy things, today we're going to turn a simple drink into the most delicious and powerful probiotic soda on the planet. I want you to know that its value is ancient. Its history goes back to Imperial China 2,200 years ago, under the reign of the feared and obsessive Emperor Qin Shi Huang. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. He's the same famous one who built the terracotta warriors. This emperor was obsessed with immortality. He asked his wise men and his alchemists to discover the secret of eternal life, and they found it in a drink, a fermented tonic which they named the elixir of immortality. This was not a drink for the people. It was an imperial privilege, consumed only by the court. To balance their energy and heal their body, its fame traveled along the trade routes. It reached Japan, Russia, Eastern Europe, always under the same promise, a longer and healthier life. Today, science shows us that this elixir is the probiotics and acids that your body so desperately needs. And today, I'm going to share with you how to create that same elixir in your home, in your kitchen. And the best part of all is this. Do you think you need your own Scooby to get started? That gigantic disc they're showing you. To make kombucha, to start making kombucha, I'm going to share with you how to start making your own Scooby from scratch using only a store-bought kombucha. Because your Scooby is hidden in any bottle you buy at your store, health food store. Here in Argentina, we call them dietéticas, the places where they sell more whole products and that kind of thing. But suddenly in your country, you see it in a supermarket or natural food store right within reach. Besides that, we will do a second fermentation to achieve a fizzy, refreshing and flavored drink. Of the gods, exquisite. It will make you not want to know anything else, with no kind of commercial sodas or soft drinks with chemicals and added sugars. You are going to love it. And best of all, if you follow these simple steps, in just a few weeks you won't spend any more money on buying sodas that are bad for your health, nor on making your own kombucha. Many people think that to make kombucha, the first thing you need is that disc called Scooby, which is a symbiotic community of bacteria and yeast, and actually it's a cellulose matrix that will protect your fermentation. It's important, but it's not the most important culture. The real culture, that liquid kombucha that's already made, that acidic liquid dense with microorganisms, the most powerful and essential culture. To start your batch of kombucha, in fact, you can't make kombucha soda just with the symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. You're always going to need the liquid kombucha. That's why if someone gives you or you buy a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast, without a cup of kombucha liquid, you won't be able to start making your kombucha. So, what do you think? We create life in jars and do kitchen chemistry. Now, we'll make the symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast from scratch. Let's go. To get our own symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast, the first thing we need is 4 bags of black tea, or it can also be 4 grams of loose leaf tea. We're going to make an infusion. We're going to add hot water. And we're going to let it steep for 10 minutes. After those 10 minutes, we remove the tea bags. And we're going to add it 2.5 tablespoons of sugar. That's going to be about 30 grams approximately. We add it while it's hot so it dissolves really well. We're going to let it cool down until it reaches room temperature or is cold. Then we add it to a glass jar, the one we are going to use to get our symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast, and so the kombucha liquid we need can start forming. As you can see, it's still a little bit warm. We add a liter of filtered water, and there we'll see that it's almost completely cooled down. Now we add a store-bought kombucha. In this case, I could only find one that comes in a can, but it's very good. This one is flavored. It's recommended to use a kombucha that isn't flavored, plain or original flavor. It's also called that, but I've used flavored ones several times and they work the same for me. What we're going to do now is cover it with a clean cotton cloth, or we can also use gauze. We put an elastic band on it to secure it well, and we're going to take it to a dark place. It should have a temperature between 20 and 30 degrees, and if it's winter where we are and it's cold, the temperature is very low. We're going to wrap it with blankets or covers to raise the temperature. And we're going to let it ferment for 2 to 4 weeks. And a gelatinous layer will start to form on the top of the jar. That's our Scooby, which keeps growing. It's been just over 2 weeks here, including a few days with the gummies to see how things are going. And there it's already starting to form. Very thin, beautiful. I don't want to break it, but look at this beauty. See? It's already starting to form. Let's leave it for 2 more weeks so it gets stronger and thicker. We're going to leave it where it was, so it keeps forming. We've been preparing kombucha for 4 weeks, starting on September 14th and ending today, October 14th. And we have a beautiful Scooby that I'm going to show you now. It's gorgeous. Pretty? Let's put it here. We didn't have a very warm place, and only now is it starting to get warm days. That's why it hasn't grown much. Let that be something consistent, but anyway, this Scooby works perfectly for us. It's perfect to keep going. And I'm going to try the kombucha. Let's see how it is. Let's taste it. It's always good to try the kombucha to see how it's going. This would be the harvest. Exquisite. For me, it's just right. It's good. It's an indescribable flavor. It's very, very tasty. It's ready for us to make kombucha soft drink. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to save a cup of liquid. And the Scooby, so it keeps growing, so it keeps reproducing. This is going to be our mother Scooby. More babies will come from this one, and it will get thicker each time. We'll keep cultivating it. For those who want to keep fermenting, of course, but for those who want to keep fermenting, this is the first batch. Now, what we're going to do is use our kombucha liquid to make the soda. Here we have a 1 liter bottle, and what we're going to do is fill it up to 2/3 of the bottle. Which is there, approximately. And we're going to put the Scooby back in here so it keeps reproducing. It will settle itself. We leave this the same with a clean cloth and some rubber bands. Now to add flavor, the first thing I'm going to do is make an infusion, in this case with hibiscus, because it's my favorite flavor. These are dried hibiscus leaves, and we're going to use 15 grams of dried leaves. There, more or less. This is a 350 milliliter cup. Is that exactly what we need? You can also make half a liter of tea and then just use 350 milliliters. But for this ratio, we're going to make a really strong one, a really intense flavor. We need 15 grams of flowers and 350 milliliters of water, almost boiling, really hot. Just like this. I put a lid on it and let it steep for 10 minutes. The 10 minutes have passed, so I'm going to strain the infusion. Oh, it has swollen up so much, it's strange. Oh, what a beautiful color. And we have to let this cool down until it reaches room temperature or is cold, so we can add it to the bottle. If we do it now, we might kill the probiotics, the beneficial bacteria we want. So we have to let it cool down. But before that, we're going to add the sugar. The sugar we're adding, which in this case is 2 tablespoons, is 25 grams of sugar, like 2 heaping tablespoons. We do this so that the yeast present in the kombucha produce carbon dioxide. Those are the bubbles. That's the carbonation our soda will have, always inside a tightly sealed bottle. We do it again and it has to dissolve well, but it's much easier when it's hot. That's why we add the sugar at this moment. Now that the infusion has cooled down well, we're going to fill the bottle. So here we have about 650 milliliters, which is 2/3 of the bottle. And we top it off with about 350 milliliters, approximately, right? Approximately? Approximately we add it. Look, watercolor. We close it. Very good. Let's mix it a little bit, gently. And just like this, we're going to leave it for 1 to 2 days so it starts to get fizzy. If you use the other bottles, the ones that are super airtight, be very careful when opening them because sometimes they explode from so much pressure. So what we usually do is put a cloth over them and with a cloth open them slowly so the air is released gently. And then we open it, not all at once. That's the advice for the other airtight bottles. What about him? We can do the same here. Open it slightly, then finish later, but not yet. This will happen in a couple of days when the yeast starts consuming the sugar and generating that carbonation. To make other flavors, for example, we made it with a hibiscus tea infusion and added 25 grams of sugar. If you want, you can add, for example, orange juice. So you'll squeeze about 2 large oranges until you get a glass of juice. And in that case, you just add the juice to the bottle that already has the kombucha. You add the juice, which will be about 350 ml of juice, and you don't add any more sugar because the fruit already contains its own sugar. It's the same if you do it with raspberry, with apple, or whatever fruit you choose. You can also add, for example, some pieces of ginger, or you can add a little bit of rosemary, or however you like, give it a more herbal touch. You'll see that as you go and adjust it according to what you like best, the flavor you like the most. So we leave it to ferment for about 2 more days until it gets a little bit of fizz. Once those 2 days have passed, then we put it in the fridge and it's ready to enjoy. And in the meantime, we're making our next batch of kombucha, and each time we get more symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast, and we can prepare 2 or 3 liters of soda at once, and we can even give some away. As you can see, creating your own medicine and delicious, refreshing flavors is easier than it seems. For me, kombucha is one of the most delicious and powerful ways to take care of your microbiota and, above all, your gut. It really is medicine for anyone who has intestinal problems of any kind. It's amazing. Kombucha really is amazing as medicine. For those who have skin problems too, for those who have digestive problems as well, for any kind of problem in general, kombucha is impressive, powerful, the medicine we have in a simple bottle. And remember, as we always say, a healthy gut is the foundation of a calm and clear mind. Today I showed you how to store the Scooby to make what they call a Scooby hotel. It's so they keep reproducing. You just leave it with a little bit of kombucha like I showed you and store it. And it will keep reproducing and you'll make more Scooby. Now, if what I want is to keep making kombucha, I do the same process. I leave a cup, 2 cups, about a cup and a half of kombucha more or less. It's not exactly the Scooby inside. Just 1 is enough. The tea, which I already have prepared here, is an infusion made with black tea using 4 tea bags or 4 grams of tea. Nebras, which is left to steep for 10 minutes. And while it's still hot, you add the sugar. In this case, I added a little more sugar. I put in 3 tablespoons. And you stir it very well. And here is the tea. You add the tea. Enjoy your meal. It always has to be cold or at room temperature. And we add a liter of filtered water. And that's it, we close it. And we leave it for 2 to 4 weeks. Likewise, when it already has the flavor we like in kombucha, we prepare the second batch. And that's it. Absolutely delicious. You're going to love it. I want to tell you something. These bottles don't work. I made it, waited the 2 days, and there wasn't much fizz, almost none. Oh, why is it losing the carbonation? So we had to do it with Teflon. Roma made a seal for it, trying to make it airtight. Here she had to put a rubber gasket on it, and then we managed to retain quite a few bubbles. But you saw that it wasn't like there were a huge amount either. To be able to carbonate it properly, you absolutely have to get airtight bottles. I'm going to leave an image here for you. It was difficult to find them in Capilla, so I've been using these instead. Because the truth is, it's not really necessary to drink it carbonated. You can perfectly well drink it without bubbles. The effect is the same, the health benefit we're looking for. And the taste is delicious too. But it's true, yes, that the bubbles give it that amazing touch, that unique flavor. So in that case, would you absolutely have to use airtight bottles or come up with some invention to keep the gas from escaping? I want to encourage you to experiment with your own recipes, your own flavors, your own kitchen alchemy. Don't worry, each batch you make will improve your Scooby. It will improve the flavor of your kombucha. Tell me in the comments, what flavor would you choose that would motivate you to start your first kombucha? Hibiscus, strawberry, maybe lemon? And if you would like to deepen your mind-body-spirit connection, I invite you to visit my other channel, Portal Coherencia, where we talk about neuroplasticity and meditation to achieve balance in our overall well-being. I'll leave you a direct link here so you can go check it out. And what if this guide inspired you to take control of your gut and digestive health and to give up industrial sodas? I invite you to subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up and share. Tell me, what did you think of this video? I'll read your comments. Sending you a kiss, a warm hug, and see you next time. Bye!